All right, welcome back. So, still trying to calm down after the last hour where everything went sideways. All the flight seeing missions are bugged to only use the helicopter, but the helicopter is not one of the compatible aircraft for flight seeing. It's not listed there at all. So none of my flight seeing missions are being registered as completed, and I can't move on to, I can move on to aerial advertising without them by doing skydiving, but then I went to do a skydiving mission, and it spawned me in the middle of a lake, and immediately failed. Then it took a huge swipe and chunk out of my reputation, put me back to mid-sea, and just livid. I'm just livid. So I just need to do something else, anything else other than screw around with career mode right now. So I went and filed my bug reports on it, and then bitched in the, what did you do in Microsoft Flight Simulator today? Well, I got pissed off is what I did. So thanks, Asobo. Now I'm going back to the main menu, and I'm going to be trying to fly this is the very first time I've ever tried to fly a Warthog. Let me come back in here. I want to turn off frame generation. Put VSync back on. Now, one of the short little quick tutorials I saw on the Thunderbolt before coming in said that if you set up a flight plan and give it some cool waypoints, it will do it. So we'll end up going to, let's go to Aspen. How long is that? 75 miles. Okay, let's add this in as a waypoint. Add Breckenridge in as a waypoint. Add Lexfield in as a waypoint. And right after we take off, let's just do some waypoints out here. Oh, Lord. Of course. Of course, of course, of course, of course. That's another thing I just... The way this thing does flight planning, it's crap. It should take the nearest one. Look at that. Lord almighty, this is just, it's just such crap. Can I adjust it in the EFB? Let me remove these. It's easier to do it out here, I suppose. Okay. All right, so we've got some waypoints in there so we can mess around with the and check out the navigation and see if it'll autopilot its way, and we can try to figure out where the autopilot stuff is, and we'll make our way to Aspen. Hello again, Henny, how are you?
Butts Tower, Kin Lima Sierra X-ray 1 tree 11 at runway 1 tree, ready for departure, east departure.
So this plane is, the only thing I really know about it is that it was designed to be a tank killer. It has a massive, massive cannon on the front.
1 tree, Kin Lima Sierra X-ray 1 tree 11.
What are you doing? He's turning around. He's like, I don't want you to fly me. Forget it. No. Don't let Ken fly me. I'm out of here. No, you're not. Get on the runway. This is supposed to be, where the hell is the autopilot? I wonder if they've updated it since the video I just watched. Because he had his autopilots up here, and then there was a button. Yeah, there's the master, autopilot master. Altitude, heading, and out. Out plus heading. Path. Norm disable. That's EAC. Okay. I don't see the flight plan. Maybe. And then none of the buttons are really labeled. PGP TAD. Map auto. Nope. That's brightness. How do you zoom? Waypoint nav. Waypoints. Colorado Springs, Meadow Lake. So it's got the waypoints in there. Yep, there's Air Academy. I heard we can't put in our own VOR frequencies. There's TACAN, transponder, COM1, COM2, okay. Systems. Well, let's get up in the air and push some buttons and see what happens. Right, I don't know anything about it either. And you're up. Flaps up. Imagine that we're going to go bomb the raceway. We have a racetrack over here. They built this thing for these amazing races, like international NASCAR races and everything else. And then I don't know what happened. It like went bankrupt or something. So they spent millions of dollars building this thing and then walked away from it. So people still use it for local activities, but the purpose that it was made for just isn't there. It's supposed to be an international raceway. All right. Try to get it stable. Trim sort of works. Nose wants to fall though. Trying to put it into like trim the nose up. We keep trying to trim, see if I can get it up. No, it doesn't want to. So nose heavy. I'm just applying massive amounts of trim to get the nose up, and I can't. Doesn't want to respond. All right. Let's see what happens when we turn on the autopilot master. I don't see it kicking on at all. Takeoff trim, autopilot master. Disengage. Now it seems like it's actually engaged. Sort of, for a second. Is it going to tip over and go down again? Are you buggy too? You are, aren't you? You're buggy too. Oh my God.
Pull up, pull up.
Don't you get something on your HUD that says your AP is engaged? Nothing. I see no indicator whatsoever. Try to arm, see, turn this on, see if that does anything. How did the landing gear get back down? No, I can't get her to engage. I don't think it's something up here, but I'll look. It's usually weapons stuff. There's Taycan, okay. That's ILS. Course set, heading set. That says disengage. Arm disengage. Oh well. Yeah, I definitely appreciate the jets too. I mean, if I knew what I was doing, that'd be one thing. So that's too bad. I really like mucking about with autopilot in military aircraft. Maybe do a touch and go at Schreiber.
Pull up, pull up.
Oh, shut up. Not really a runway, is it? I don't see a runway at all here. Oh well. Move on. I can kind of understand why they want a nose heavy for your dives. Equipment damage, landing gear still deployed. How? What? I don't know why I'm getting such lag either. I don't believe anything was set to outrageously highs. I thought everything was set to, you know, and dynamic settings are on. It's just one of those days, man. It's just one of those lives, really, where everything, that's not even up excessively high. All these are low, if not off. This is just everything about Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 today sucks, folks. That's the bottom line. Everything sucks ass about in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 today. There have been days where everything's set to absolute ultras. Let's push the computer as far as I can go and have it blow up. And it runs beautifully. Now in a situation where I've got only the buildings on ultra and everything else is lows to, you know, including all this stuff. No road traffic, no air traffic, no fauna, no, you know. And it's behaving like a piece of crap. Only doing 41 FPS. There's 50. Yeah, just everything about the simulator just sucks ass today. There's really no other way to put it. I mean, yeah, there's plenty of other ways to put it, actually, that are more politically correct. Right? Anything can become a runway. Yeah, maybe it is the servers just struggling. I don't know. Maybe everybody's flying this weekend, trying to get their flight sim on. And I can kind of understand that. I haven't pushed my computer hard at all today. You know, it shouldn't be requiring restarts or anything at this point. Yeah, that's where she won't trim out. I wonder if she's using my control setup. It is, but the trim doesn't work. But now the trim wants to work. Now I'm not touching the joystick at all. She's actually climbing. Like she's just now discovered that I put in a whole buttload of trim. Not even air traffic. AI air traffic is on. Anyway, I'm bumping everything back up to ultra. We're heading into the mountains. Those massive engines. So this is Pikes Peak in Colorado, 14,110 feet. There's an observation and, you know, some tourist, like a place you can buy snacks and stuff at the top of the thing. After you drive all the way up here. Some beautiful lakes on the backside of it. As we get up to Colorado, the top of Pikes Peak and you take a look around, you can start seeing all the beautiful lakes that we have around here for hunting and fishing. Gads.
Pull up, pull up.
It's 11 mile over there. Good fishing and camping over there. Not too far from home.
pull up.
Wow, the titanium bathtub. This plane can fly home with just one engine, huh? That's some interesting trivia. It's on barometric. Should be on. Heading set. Course set. Let's take in anchor. I see 2 APU stars, right? 2 engines, that makes sense. That's off. I don't see where you set your altitude. No, I definitely need to take some more video time with this. Try to figure out how this works, right? A lot of military operation stuff on here, looks like, for the cameras and weapons. I would not want to be on the receiving end of it, I can tell you that much. None of the military aircraft that we have. Just military aircraft in general, but in particular, United States military aircraft. We don't mess around, Jack. I kill you. More, that's a massive cannon.
Pull up, pull up.
Uh-oh. I'm surprised it's still so nose heavy with these big engines on the back. I can't figure out how to get the thing trimmed. It's not responding to trim and not responding to autopilot at the moment. And so as soon as you let go of the controls, she just nose down. Yeah, I don't think it'd be, I mean, this is cool. Man, again, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end, but then again, I don't know that I'd want to go after tanks either. That's got to be scary. The people that operate these kind of aircraft in general, you know, balls of steel. So yeah, we have lots of lakes everywhere out here. Not the most abundant with trees and all, but when you do get into the mountains, and like we're heading towards Aspen now, I mean, a lot more trees, but there's still, you know, pretty areas. Starts getting real pretty when we head up towards again, where we're going, Aspen and the Telluride area, where all the rich people live. That's why. Well, that's not why. It's beautiful, but that's why all the rich people live there. Yeah, so the cannon is just mega heavy. Yeah, that makes absolute sense. Somebody needs to buff all that out. I believe that is the route to St. Elmo, up into that valley up there, and that is where ghost towns are. We have a lot of little old mining towns that are, you know, abandoned. They're all ghost towns from the mining era in the 1800s. No, actually, yeah, I think that is the one to Elmo. And then this is Twin Lakes in Buena Vista that we're getting ready to fly over. Very, very wonderful place to go camping and fishing when you're a kid. We used to come here a lot. Maybe St. Elmo is up in there. Either way, all these little trails that go up in between these valleys, there's lots of old mining camps. Wow. 10 hours on a tank of gas? That'd be great.
Pull up, pull up.
It can be very dangerous flying in these in a smaller plane like a Cessna 172. Some of these places that you can get into do not offer an easy way to get out of. And you'll end up catching some bad air, or you just can't climb out. And some of them some places in Colorado, they're so tight you can't turn around. So we have a lot of dangerous places around here. Kind of like this. You will not be climbing out of this. You're not even going to get the kind of altitude you need before you have to try to turn around and make your way back down with your tail between your legs. Okay, so we're flying into Aspen, and in any other plane, I think it's considered an incredibly difficult landing because of the terrain. It is considered a very challenging airport to try to land at. I don't believe they have any ILS. But I always remember this used to be in, flying the Aspen approach used to be in a lot of earlier Microsoft Flight Simulator versions. Back to like 2003. I still think the Aspen approach was in Flight Simulator X. There it is over there. Off to our port side, we're going to be coming in right after we get over this range. I don't have to go all the way out. Just the way I set up the flight plan. So again, this is where the really, really, really rich live. Like Tom Cruise. I don't know if he's sold his house up here. Last I heard, he was selling his... Not really a house. I mean, complex mansion. And then downrange, down south, is Telluride, where like Robert Redford, the Telluride Film Festival, where all his friends live. The A10, Henning says in the chat room, it can fly as fast as an airliner and as slow as a Cessna. Well, that's good to know, because I'm going to need to get this thing going slow. I heard it floats like a butterfly, too. On landing, he's like, watch out. She likes to float down the runway. Oh, yeah, man. Fishing around these lakes with a canoe, the best. Just camping anywhere in the Rockies, just such a wonderful experience.
Pull up, pull up.
All right, so Aspen is over this ridge. Oh yeah, Hunter S. Thompson's house. If you've ever seen the movie Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, he was they called him a gonzo journalist. So from the 60s period, he was a journalist, and he'd cover a lot of political things and other things. But his most popular by far is Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, which is just more of his drug-fueled antics in Las Vegas. And so I think it's less serious than all of his other stuff, like Hell's Angels or On the Campaign Trail, etc., etc. So yeah, this is where Hunter Thompson lives. All right, let's just do a quick fly around Aspen to slow down here. You see the approach, you've got all these mountains around you. But these gorges back here too. So either way, you got to be careful coming in here. After you've done it a few times, it's not a problem, but it can be tricky. I would rather come in from this side than have to turn around up there. And then again, trying to fly out of here, unless you've got engines on you, getting out of this place can be really tough. If you're in a small plane, you really got to plan a route that could take you a long ways away from where you're trying to get, just to get out. Couldn't tell you where Tom Cruise's place is at without looking it up. Wonder if he's got any Mission Impossible stuff set up in his place. I can't imagine what the point of being Tom Cruise is unless you can set up your house with like really cool stuff. Oh, they said they call it Hunter S. Thompson's Owl Farm. I did not know that. I didn't know that he was into owls at all. So, Henning was saying this thing will fly as fast as an airliner and as slow as a Cessna. See if we can get this thing as slow as a Cessna. And Tom Cruise owns a P-51. Yeah. He's real proud about being an aviator. I wonder how much flying he actually does. I know Harrison Ford is also an aviator. All right, we're gonna check out and see if we can see this place. Hunter Thompson's Owl Farm. So that's his house back there. But that makes sense. Even him not wanting to live downtown Aspen, wanting to be over here where he doesn't have to look at it behind the ridge. that seems something like him. Yeah, I want to live there, but I don't want to see you people. Looks like the gear came down automatically when I started slowing down. Uh-oh, I want to stall. The mirrors are crap in Microsoft Flight Simulator. In DCS world, you really have to rely on your mirrors sometimes. And I've noticed that the reflections in these mirrors in 2024, that's kind of crap, man. There doesn't seem anything frightening about it, looking, me doing this here, but trust me, Aspen is challenging. $117 knots. Got full flaps. $91 knots. She's not that long either. Oh, the gear was down, right? No, not now. Sorry, wasn't pulling up when it respawned me in here. Huh. It's 116. Oh, I see. My flaps. Oh, it's my flaps button is controlling the gear. That's not controlling flaps. So I pulled up my gear. So that's why. Okay, so where's flaps in this thing? Flaps. Okay, it says they're down enough for a landing. Oh, shut up. Maybe breathe on your own time. Not in any mood right now. Go right off it. He said she likes to float. I don't know that we're gonna make it, folks. Maybe. Yeah, all right. Oh, not a stall warning, an angle of attack warning. Is that a reverse thrust? Did it have it? What is this over here moving? Parking brake. So no reverse thrust? No. But now the throttle seems inoperative. Not getting any throttle. Oh, they're linked. They're not linked. So it does seem like there's a reverse thrust. Press the reverse thrust button. When I press the... Pardon, I might crash. I've got it in reverse thrust mode. Oh, shit. So when I press the reverse thrust button... When I press the reverse thrust button, it doesn't allow me to operate the throttle at all. But I'm not getting any reverse thrust. So I turn it back off. Now I have throttle again. So if you accidentally toggle your reverse thrust, you might have the same problem. Oops. Oh well. Look at how small these other planes look compared to this thing. They all look tiny. It doesn't seem like it's that big. But holy crap, even compared to these buildings, look how big this plane is. I guess you don't realize the size of it until you put it next to something. Want to hit that guy? So welcome to Aspen, again, where all the rich people live. Of course, they're going to have cameras everywhere. Kind of what you'd expect for an airport up here in the high Rocky Mountains. Even down to the ground, it doesn't feel that big. That is correct. Thank you. You're saying it happens with every aircraft. If it doesn't have a reverse thrust and you engage reverse thrust, it makes the throttle inoperable. Yep. Okay. Okay. Well, that's going to wrap up this flight. And what time is it? Like 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday. Yeah. I don't think I'll be back this afternoon to do any more live streaming. Still pretty upset with what happened earlier with career mode. That really... And I can imagine worse things are going to come my way. I mean, I've experienced worse doing the NEOFLY stuff. And I know people that are... have already advanced to career mode. Company mode. People that are already created their own company in the career mode are, just telling me that it's what I expected. That you don't know pain yet. Wait till you start a company and everything's going to cost lots of money, and any sort of glitches that aren't your problem. Like earlier, it crashing on me and dumping my reputation for nothing we had any control over. So I look forward to all the headaches that are coming my way with creating a company. That's going to be fun. All of my flight seeing missions are now bugged to the helicopter, but the helicopter is not listed as a compatible option for the flight seeing. Let me show you. This is what I'm dealing with today. Okay, so every flight seeing mission now, look, it says it's the Guimbal Cabri G2. Okay? That's every single one on the board now. Every flight seeing has now defaulted to the damn helicopter. Okay? I've already looked around a bunch of times to try to find something else, but no. Every single one is bugged to the helicopter. But you might be thinking, well, maybe you can use it. Well, maybe you can, but it's not registering any of my flight seeing as completing. So if I go back to the headquarters and I look at specializations or certificate or specializations, and you look at flight seeing, compatible aircraft, the helicopter is not listed here. All right. So that's probably the reason why none of my completed flight seeing are now showing up, right? So to unlock aerial advertisement, I have to score flight seeing or skydive aviation missions with a B or above. Now I've done way more than one, and it only registers that, well, maybe I hadn't done some with a B or higher, but the last one we did in the live stream absolutely got better than a B. We got about a B plus. So it should have registered, but it didn't. But it also says, hey, you can do skydiving aviation missions with a B or above to try to unlock aerial advertisement. So I went back and I went into the missions and I found myself a nice skydive mission to do. Right? Here's one. Where's the one that killed me? Actually, I don't know where I was at or which one I chose that ended up killing us. Probably it spawned us in the middle of a lake. Okay. And I thought it was, we're going to be flying near a lake. This the one? Right on a lake? No, that's not it. Either way, I came in here, started a skydive mission, and it spawned us right in the middle of a lake and gave us no options whatsoever. It just immediately spawned and said, you failed. Plane crashed, you failed. And then it took us to the reputation screen and chopped our reputation in half. A big F you to Microsoft Flight Simulator for today. You've been nothing but a pain in the ass. And with that, with that happy note, I will say goodbye. You have a fantastic remainder of your weekend, and I will see you, try to see you bright and early Monday morning, and we'll start again. So, cheers. Yeah, I've tried searching all the different areas. I mean, I can even try looking on the other side of the world. But look, I'll show you the list. If you pull up the list, every single one is the helicopter. I'll show you. Oh, let me get out of here. Okay, here they come. There aren't any in this area for flight seeing. Let's go over here. None here. None here. Now that we're looking for one, not in there. Those, see, those two. Helicopter, helicopter. Every single one on this list will be a helicopter. 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 See what I mean? All right, I'm taking off. I'll see you tomorrow.